Hey, hey. Hey, everybody hopping on. As you guys are coming in, do me a favor and let me know where you're tuning in from. Come on in, y'all. I'm just inviting some people. I will be starting very shortly. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know where you're tuning in from as you guys are coming in. Come on in, you guys. Come on in. Come on in. Hey, Brian. Hey, Nikisha. Hey, Ebony. Hey, Sierra. Hey, Mark. Come on in, you guys. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Let me... Bear with me for a second, you guys, because this is my first time doing it like this. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I don't have an add button. Let's see. Hey, hey. You guys let me know where you're tuning in from. I see Columbia, South Carolina. Thank you, thank you. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Can you do it again? You guys, give me a second. Look like I'm having some technical difficulties. I see you, Hattiesburg. Can you send me another request? All right, you guys. I'm not sure what's going on with this thing. I'm just trying to add my guests. I'm having issues. I don't see an add button for you. I can't add you to the live. I know it's not letting me. I hit approve. me see. For my computer. Sorry, you guys. Bear with me for a second. Are you able to do it again? I see you, Kim, in Florida. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not letting me add you on here. Hey, everybody coming on. I did that. Okay, I'm gonna hit approve again. Let's see. We got action. Oh.
Hello. Listen, I was getting ready to jump on my computer. I was like, maybe I need to get on my computer, but it worked out. Look at God.
I'm so happy to see your face. Okay, so we can go ahead and get started. I'm sorry about the technical.
That is okay. It happens. I tell you, it happens all the time to the best of us. When you know you're about to do something good, you know the devil will try to block it. But hey, we ready.
You know. Well, thank you for hopping on. Everybody, I want to introduce you guys to my sister in success. She is a wife and a mom of 2 children. She's been in full-time education for 10 years, and she's been working her business part-time. She's currently a goal builder in this company, and she is fastly approaching her next level, okay? You guys, Miss D'Angela Durr.
Yes, ma'am. How everybody doing? Thank you so much for tuning in, and definitely thank you, Tandra, for having me. You are amazing. I love being a part of this business, and I love having you as my sister in success. So I'm just honored that you have me on today. You guys, you are in for a treat, so stick around. And definitely congratulations. I know I probably didn't say it publicly, but you reached Gold Builder as well. And you are just on fire, girl. You are on fire.
Thank you so much.
I am ready to answer any question that you have for me.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so my first question is, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Absolutely. Like you already said, I'm a wife, mom, education, been in there for the last 10 years, you guys. And I was a 5th grade teacher for majority of, my career, right? And my kids, they are in sports and different things. And as an educator, if anybody's an educator that can relate, y'all tag an educator or share this with some people that you know are in education or just looking for something different. You guys, I get paid once a month. And imagine before I started this business, we get paid last time I got paid was December the 19th. I will not get paid again until Friday. If your math is right, that's about 5 to 6 weeks with no check. Imagine in those 5 to 6 weeks, we have Christmas, we have New Year's, and I have my baby's birthday. One check that's supposed to last. And y'all, I was sick of it. I was like, you know what? I just can't keep doing this. My children, my daughter especially, she's a little older, so she's in multiple sports. And a lot of times when they wanted money, it was in the middle of the month. And I was like, where am I going to get this money from? It was just stressful. And let's just be honest, I wasn't savvy with my money early in the year. So a lot of stuff, I caused on my own. But I was looking for a way out just to, become debt free, working on a mission, trying to get there faster, you guys. And that's what prompted me. Honestly, I was about to get a second job. I was like, you maybe gonna wait some tables or something, right? And I was introduced to this opportunity, and I was a little skeptical at first because I'm like, I never really thought about being an entrepreneur, honestly. But it made sense because one thing I love about it is the travel, the flexibility, because like I said, I have kids, and from basketball to volleyball to streets, I'm all over the place. I don't really have time to just sit at a job and clock in. And I know who wants to work 8-10 hours and then go somewhere else and work, especially when you working for somebody else and not yourself. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me. I'm actually, even though I reside here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, I'm actually from Macomb, Mississippi, but I've been in Hattiesburg about 15, 16 years since I graduated high school. So it's basically like my second home, right? But that's just a little bit about my background. I see somebody say entrepreneurship is a new currency. It really is, but that's who I am. That's a little bit about me, you guys.
Okay. Awesome, awesome. I think you kind of answered my next question, but I'm still going
Okay.
to ask you.
Okay.
Why did you choose this business? Why did you choose this industry?
Yeah, I basically, like I just said, it was initially it was because I needed the extra income. Like I said, my husband and I just threw him on board. You know, we're a team, and I was like, you know what, we really just need to. At the beginning, I was like, we need to pay off some debt because that's one way to create
Mhm.
more money is to pay off stuff, and it frees up your check, right? So
Yeah,
I was doing it. I was getting those little bills out the way, but when it came to the big stuff, I was like, man, it's taking so long for me to
yeah,
accomplish this goal. So I needed more income because that was one of the things that this guy that I was following said, you gotta create more income or sell what you have. I ain't have anything I really felt like I could sell and get value. So I was looking for an opportunity, like I said, didn't want to get the second job. And then one thing I always love to do is travel. Y'all, if
mhm.
my best friend was on right now, her dad, rest in peace, used to always call me Road Runner. He was like, because you always trying to get somewhere. You know, hop in the car with whoever going somewhere I want to go. And so it was the income, you guys, that drove me to get started, and then the travel because I knew I was an educator. I had the time to travel. We get the
Yeah,
vacations, you know, we get the holidays off, the weekends, the summers. But where was the money gonna come from for me to get there? Because it's four of
yeah,
us. And if you traveling, especially when you traveling with kids, you already know that they gonna run it up just on food alone, right? And you want to get out when you go somewhere, you want to enjoy yourself. You don't want to just go sit and eat, right? And a lot of times that's what we were doing. We would go to the beach, you know, but certain things we just weren't able to do. You guys, that's my why. It was my kids, and I always said that anything my children wanted to do, if I really felt like they were going to be successful at it and they really wanted to do it, I wanted them to be able to do it. I didn't want to have to say, you know, no, even though
yeah,
it was like a no, but you make up an excuse when really it's because you can't afford it.
yeah,
You don't have the money for it. But with
yeah,
this business, I'm like, you know what, my baby, she just finished basketball. And I'm thinking I'm gonna get a break, right? Mm-mm. She said, you know what, I'm gonna
yeah,
sign up for weightlifting. Let me tell you how much it's gonna cost. I'm like, what? Let me go work my business. Let me book some trips, right? And get some new business partners
right.
because she works me. Like I said, my son, he's still growing up age and in baseball, you know, things of that nature. But that's really why I started this business. There's so many reasons. Like I said,
Yeah,
initially it was the income. Then it's like, oh, I'm learning how to travel, you guys, for less. You're gonna learn some
mhm.
secrets, you guys, when you come to this business, right? And then now you got, I mean, it's like my for my kids because I'm seeing what it has allowed me to do when things go wrong. Like if I have a flat tire, it's no stress. I remember let me tell you a story. I remember one evening I was actually headed to a meeting, and
Mhm.
my tire when I came out of that meeting was flat. I kid you not, I had just made the amount of money that it cost for me to get my tire fixed. The almost exact
Girl,
amount. It was like $1 difference. And I was like,
yeah,
oh my God. But I wasn't stressed because it's like, you know what, I had the money, didn't have to worry about waiting until I get paid. But that's just like some of the small things that this business can do. It is definitely doing a lot more.
yes, yeah. And I don't have kids, but I can totally get where you're coming from. I
Yeah.
watch other people that have children, so yeah.
Yeah, because I
Um,
mean, how many times we fuss? So you probably heard somebody fuss like, "Money don't grow on trees. I don't have it," and it's stressful on a parent to really want to do for your kids and you can't. You know.
yeah, yeah. Even growing up, you watch, your parents and
Mhm.
other parents. So yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. I
Yes,
get it.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. My next question is, have you benefited from this business, and if so, how?
Oh my goodness. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's just talk about the travel benefits first.
Yeah,
I started
my
this
favorite.
business in 2019. So next month will make 2 years for me. And I saw it was your anniversary. So happy anniversary.
Yeah, thank
But
you.
yeah, so I started in 2019. And I'm going to just say before I started the business, let me just tell you before. I probably traveled once or twice a year. And
Uh-huh.
I really only did one major vacation where, you actually go to a hotel and stay. All the other was really me visiting family and doing things in the city. So
Hmm.
really only one true vacation, right?
Yeah.
After I started this business, I kid you not, I had a coworker text me and said, "Are you still teaching? Because you always going somewhere." Because that first year that I became a travel professional, I traveled at least 8 times the entire year. We went to
Yeah.
Orlando. We were in Atlanta like it was 15 minutes away and it's 6 hours from where I stay. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. We went to Panama. That's one of the trips that we would take
Yeah.
every year. we actually took our first flight. My whole family, they never flown before. I have, but they haven't. So as a family, we went to San Antonio. I took them to Six Flags. Can I tell you that for 4 of us, we paid less than $400 for our plane tickets?
You know I can believe it, but
okay.
you
so I know
most people
not gonna believe it because that's really the price of one ticket. An average ticket is that price, but we went to San Antonio. I mean, we were all over the place, New Orleans, and that's one benefit because I traveled more in that year than I had probably in the past years combined. The other side of it is the extra income. Because let me tell you, like I said, it didn't always came right on time. I needed that extra income. It provided that cushion. You know, like I would tell people all the time, my job, don't get me wrong, it paid the bills, right?
Yep.
It put food on the table. But it does not allow me to always do that extra that I want to do. And as an educator, right now, I can pull out the salary scale and I can show you what I'm going to make in the next 10 years. Because it's probably not going to change much. Even though right now they're debating about giving us a raise, but it's not going to change too much. And the fact that 10 years from now, I could predict my income, y'all, that didn't sit well with me. And so with the residual part of this business, y'all, that has helped me because I did something one time and I continue to get paid for it over and over. So, and the other part of how this business has benefited me, I'm helping other people with this business, showing them a different way, showing them how to travel, teaching them what it is that I have learned, because I have learned so much, not just about business, but about myself. Like, wow, I really, can be consistent. I really can be successful. I really can go out here and help other people. And so that's some of the ways that I have benefited. The collaboration with you guys, my sisters in success, all the people that I have met, actually meeting and conversating and getting teaching from millionaires, something that probably would have never happened without this business, are just some of the other benefits on top of the travel, and just allow my children to explore, honestly, more than I did when I was a child. No fault to anybody. That's just where we were. And, when you think about going out of the country prior to me coming into this business, I was like, man, I don't know if I can afford it. But post me being in this business, I was like, oh, I could probably go anywhere. It doesn't even matter. Like, because I have seen the way they treat us as travel professionals and the benefits and the pricing and everything is just so amazing that you don't see too many things that's really out of reach. So those are really some of the ways that I've benefited, even though I can go on and on and on about the ways that I have benefited because there are so many different ways. But that's just a snippet of it.
Yeah, and that's powerful. That residual component, that's
Absolutely.
very powerful. And I definitely can relate to what you were saying about not traveling anywhere, like as far as like the children not really seeing places outside of, US and stuff. I can relate to that.
Yeah.
The next question, how has your business been affected by the pandemic?
I would say yes, in some ways, because as we know, every business, restaurant, person, individual has been affected in some ways. Some as negative and some actually as positive. We had to definitely feel the pandemic, make the adjustments, and I'm just thankful that our company and our business made the adjustments so quickly. Now, as we went throughout the summer of last year, I was telling people like, traveling slowed down. And that's how I say it was affected. It just slowed down, but it did not stop. Let me tell you, I would say from probably March to June of last year, it slowed down. But after that, I know in June, I was in Gulf Shores. In August, I took my kids and we went, because I went in June for a girls trip. We already know in October, where did our business partner go? They went to Cabo, right? So it slowed down, but it did not stop. The positive of it, honestly, I had more time to work my business. People were like, you know what, send me somewhere. The cabins were very, very popular because it was also a way for you to be secluded, but still travel and get out your house. So that was like one of the most probably booked things for myself. And I actually have some cabins that I booked for this upcoming year as well. So to say that it hasn't been affected, that's not true. It just slowed down some things. Some of the trips that I did have booked, I had to reschedule. I would say cruises, because my family and I were actually going to take a cruise for Thanksgiving, and that got canceled because my mom and my husband's parents were going to go, and they're of age and I already had pre-existing conditions. So we, of course, people over profits any day.
Yeah.
But my team grew. You know, I added people to the team. People say, you know what, despite the pandemic, I need some extra income. My job would not let me go and me not have a backup plan, right? So that plan A was great, but having that plan B was what a lot of people were looking for. So like I said, it slowed down, but it didn't stop, and now it's actually on the rise. So I'm grateful that we were able to come back and not really just say, you know what, it affected me, I had to cancel, anything like that, you know. And a lot of times, like I tell people, it's really mindset, you know. Of course, anytime something happens, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you respond. So of course we were affected, but we had to just respond in the right way, and I'm glad our company did that. It was business as usual when we kept pushing.
Yes. Okay, so you kind of answered my next question.
Okay.
But I'm still
I'm reading your mind. I'm reading your mind.
Yeah, it's okay. For our audience, are people still traveling? That's the question I'm going to ask.
Absolutely. And if they follow you, they already know. People are traveling. So you be everywhere. I love it. I love it. I love it. Be a product of your product. One of my business partners, you guys, Brittany Roberts, I was actually on her live the other day, and she went skiing, and I absolutely loved it. I was like, man, I never thought about going skiing, right? And so, yes, to answer your question, people are traveling. Like I said, I booked a cabin for actually a family for spring break in March, and one in 4th of July, for the 4th of July. I have another young lady that actually works with me. She said, you know what, we want to go somewhere. They're thinking about going to Atlanta for her son's birthday. Another couple want to go to Hawaii. So this is just starting the month off for the year.
Yeah.
And I know I actually was getting with some friends. We're doing a couples trip to New Orleans next month for Valentine's. So absolutely people are traveling now more than ever, because guess what? They've been cooped up, right? And they're ready to just get away, whether it's a staycation, you know, just an overnight stay, a road trip, or even just going out of the country. People are traveling, you guys.
Yeah, traveling is not stopping. I don't know if you saw that video that I posted when I was in Florida.
Yeah.
At the all those people in the airport. Yeah. It's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere. It's probably going to get worse. You're going to have to start, you know, during COVID, when we, my husband and I flew to Miami for our anniversary. And normally we would get to the airport about 2 or 3 hours. I kid y'all now, we were there like an hour. You know, it was still people there, but I promise you now, you're going to want to get there 2 to 3 hours early, because it's going to be packed. It's going to be packed.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I think the best thing about it now, if you think about it, people are traveling more safely now than we were before this.
Yeah, because we know more about the vaccine, and honestly, a lot of people, or a lot of cities, or maybe even countries, are requiring you to have that negative COVID test within 72 hours of travel, and that's just another extra safety precaution. I know some airlines, not all of them, some of them allow that middle seat to remain open. Definitely, when you're on the flight, I know for most flights, you do have to wear your mask the whole time. They're sanitizing, so they are putting measures in place. Hotels even have measures in place where, you know, sometimes they have that free breakfast. They're not doing that anymore, but they do maybe a little bag where they allow you to pick it up and go. So they still kind of give you a little something. Sanitation things all over. So definitely we are traveling more safely because we know more about it, and we're able to get a handle on things now. So absolutely.
Yes. Awesome. Do you have any advice for anyone that may be interested in starting this business?
Absolutely. I always say, you know what, take the risk, jump out there, because what our business does, number one, we have so many guarantees, right? So if it's something you've already been thinking about, if Tandra has reached out to you and said, hey, I want you to check this out, number one, check it out. Because you don't know what you don't know. So the best thing to do is to get in front of the information so that you can make a quality decision. So you can't say, yes, I want to do it, or no, but you have a reason because you've actually looked at it, right? This is not a scheme, right? You don't have to be skeptical, because I'm going to be honest, I was kind of nervous because, like I said, I've never done entrepreneurship. So I was just wondering, but the guarantees, like you guys, I was telling you about, it sold me on the business. And I said, you know what, I want to bet on myself. I've been betting on my company, on my job for so long. It's time for me to do something for me. And I felt like it wasn't a loss, because especially if you're already traveling, you're already using the things that we use, you could just make money off of those things, right? Because who do you know that doesn't want to travel? So to you, I would say jump out there, and do it, because those guarantees are in place to ensure not only your success, you're going to get business coaches, you're going to get training that you can actually do on your own time. And y'all, when I tell you it's flexible, right? You can set your own hours, and we are located all over the country. So it's not about, necessarily being in one particular city, state, or country. We're not in every country, but we are in a few. So I would say go ahead and jump out there and do it. And first and foremost, educate yourself on the business. If you're thinking, Tangerine piquing your interest, or if you're on my page, you're saying, yeah, I've been seeing some things, I want to check it out. Check it out, you guys, because we definitely are in it to win it, and we want whomever is connected to us to do the same. So I would say, you know what, check it out, number one. And if you've already checked it out and you kind of been wavering back and forth, go ahead and jump out there. And finances is an issue. Do what you need to do to save the money to get started, because yes, it is an investment. Like I said, when I started, I actually found out about the opportunity in January. And if you heard me in the beginning when you were on, I got paid at the end of December. I don't get paid again to the end of January. And so I did have to wait. I didn't have $200 that I was ready to just drop like that. But you know what? I said, catch me next month. I'm going to put it in my budget. I got it, because I wanted to take that chance on myself. And one thing about it, y'all can make that $200 back within the week, within the days, if you're really serious about business, right? So like I said, it was an investment, and my goal was to definitely get a return on my investment. So I would say go ahead and take the risk, check out the information, and let us know what you think. I promise you're going to love it.
Awesome. Okay, in closing, is there anything that on your heart that you would like to leave listeners with today?
Listen, I first and foremost want to say thank you so much for taking the time out to join us. And definitely, if you catch it at the end, go back and watch it from the beginning. #replay. If you see this and you know somebody that needs to see it, go ahead and share it with them. Tag their name, because we are just two women out about helping other people, other families. We are a family business, you guys. When I tell you that we are like sisters in success, we've actually met a couple of times, you guys, but we met initially on social media. So I would say, hey, like I said before, take the risk on yourself. Don't let nobody talk you out of what you feel you need to do. Because a lot of times we share our vision and our goals with other people, and they downplay them. Like, oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you, or that's a scam, or you really not going to make any money. When truthfully, whatever you decide, it's up to you. And your success is tied to you and nobody else, right? So if you truly believe that you can, you will. And if you believe you can't, you won't. So it's really up to you.
Yeah. Oh, that was so inspiring.
Thank you.
It has been, you're very welcome. Thank you. It has been a pleasure having you on. I appreciate you coming here and just sharing your heart and your knowledge about the business, and so thank you. And I want to invite you guys to, if you are interested in this opportunity, we do have a virtual meeting tonight with more details. You guys can come and check that out at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want the details for that, please be sure to inbox me. And that's all we have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Good night,
Have a good night.